Hello Lakeville, I'm Joseph Halmersheim, Community Editor of the Lakeville Sun-Current, and here's what's happening in your community today, Friday, January 23rd, 2009. In our top story today, a juvenile is in custody following an early morning stabbing in Lakeville yesterday that left a 17-year-old with significant injuries. Police are still investigating the cause of an altercation that left the teen with a stab wound in the chest. The suspect in the stabbing is being held in the Dakota County Juvenile Detention Facility pending formal charges. Police have not released the name, gender, or city of residence for either teen involved in the incident. Your Weather Underground forecast for today calls for highs around 20 with partly cloudy skies. Expect single-digit temperatures in the afternoon with northwest winds at 15 to 20 miles an hour. Tonight's temperatures will be much colder with lows around 15 below zero and clear skies. Expect wind chill readings between 24 to 34 below zero. For Saturday, mostly sunny, with highs around zero and west winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tina Bird, a teacher in District 194, is one of 101 candidates for the 2009 Minnesota Teacher of the Year Award. The winner will be announced May 3rd. The Lakeville Area Chamber of Commerce will host its 60th annual Chamber membership meeting and holiday dinner Monday night at Crystal Lake Golf Club. Social hour begins at 6 p.m., and dinner and a following program run from 7 to 9 p.m. Tickets are $40 per person and can be reserved by calling the Lakeville Chamber office at 952-469-2020. You need not be a Chamber member to attend this dinner. This week's story about a letter writing program for fathers made me think about many things. What would I tell my wife if I had the chance to leave a letter behind? What about my daughter? Parents? Well, I've written columns about all of them at one point or another. It would be unfair to leave it at that. No, they would all deserve something personal, something not intended for the public eye. The more I learned about the program, the more I thought about the things we leave behind when we die. My grandfather died when I was 9 years old. While I'd spent time with him, I'd never really known who he was. He was a very quiet man. Years after his death, I found a stack of letters he'd sent home from the Pacific when he was on a heavy cruiser during World War II. I saw his handwriting for the first time. It struck me how similar it was to that of a young boy. It wasn't elegant, and it wasn't graceful, but there was a certain straightforwardness in it that I warmed to. USS Salt Lake City, November 3rd, 1944. Dear Ray and family, I received your letters today and sure was glad to hear from you folks. It's the same old story out here. The days fly by. I can't even keep track of them. It sure is disgusting. I can't see much of a future in this outfit, and as for getting home, it will be a long time yet, if I even get to come home in one piece. The letter's content wasn't anything to write home about, but there was still a connection to a man I'd barely known. It made him seem more human, and reminded me that he was once far away from home and lonely. He left behind many things when he died: a tattered Navy uniform, hand tools that he loved, and a sturdy barn. But these letters were the only thoughts of his I'd ever seen put on paper. Writing is one of the ways that the dead are not lost to us. When I read those letters, my grandfather is forever in his late 20s. Age has not racked his body, and he has a long life ahead of him. He is forever young in these printed pages, finding a way to cheat the inexorable march of time through the use of tree pulp and a lead pencil. This defiance of time and mortality made me want to become a writer, and it sustains me at this job during the inevitable bad day. My time in this world is limited, but my words will live on after I'm gone. It's not just my words. In the right conditions, words can linger far longer than their writers. The voices of the departed are all around us. All we have to do is look in the right places to see them. I encourage fathers everywhere to think about writing a letter to their family for when the inevitable comes. There is nothing more personal or tangible that could be left behind than a simple note expressing what mere verbalization could not. While people don't live forever, words can, and sometimes do. Finally, I'd like to thank whoever found my Minnesota Zoo membership card in a Lakeville library book and mailed it back to my house. It was really touching to see that somebody cared enough to do that, and I'm forever in your debt. For Sun Current and Sun Newspapers, I'm Joseph Halmersheim. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you Monday.